Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jesus here. Today we're going to take a little bit of a break from grinding out Orion. We're going to play one of the new holiday modes, the Infectious Holiday. I'm pretty sure it's infected but with snowballs, so we'll see what it's like. I'm going to take a break of the hell I've been going through on shipment, try to regain some of my humanity. I really couldn't tell you guys the last time I played Infected. It's been a long ass time, and I can't even remember which COD it was on. I just finished cooking some steak, which is one of the hobbies I picked up in the last couple of years, and man, let me tell you, cooking is so much fucking fun. Picked it up because eating out nowadays is so fucking expensive, and sometimes you can make something way better for way cheaper just by cooking it from home, and you can make a lot more of it so you can have it multiple times. What? Oh my god, okay. Like, I just finished making steak, made that shit fucking beautiful. And if you like your steak cooked all the way through, you shouldn't be eating steak. But man, I've added so much under my arsenal since I started cooking. I make the best fucking burgers around. I make the best chicken sandwiches. I make the best chicken parm. I make all sorts of fucking pasta. I be whipping it up making salmon. I cover all my bases. And the way I cook my burgers is probably crucifiable to a lot of people. What I do is I take the burger, I season it with brown sugar and a bunch of other spices, you know, and then I go to the deli and I get fresh mozzarella and I put little slices inside of the meat, pause, wrap the mozzarella inside of it, sear that shit on a cast iron pan, then I throw that bitch in the oven at 375 for a little bit. I know cooking a burger in the oven is outrageous, but man, let me tell you, that shit is divine. I've gotten so many fucking compliments for it, so I don't care what anybody says, I'm gonna keep doing it that way because it's fucking delicious. I also found a really close recipe to Chick-fil-A, and man, when I tell you that shit's actually better than Chick-fil-A, bro, and it makes so much. I probably made 23 fillets for like 15-20 bucks. I just put that shit in the fridge in a Ziploc bag and I air fry them bitches whenever I'm hungry. But no, I'd be trying to pick up hobbies and shit as much as I can, you know, dabble in a little bit of everything. Whether that's graphic design, drawing, cooking, looking into new careers like cybersecurity, learning instruments, which I want to get into. I haven't done any yet. I feel like learning bass guitar would be so fucking badass. Oh shit, they coming. Damn, where did bro come from? Man was sitting on the ladder. That's crazy. I used to really dabble in all sorts of shit to make money back in middle school, high school. I remember back in middle school when the fidget spinner trend was going on. My mom was one of those Facebook moms that sold the Tupperware and pretty much anything else Facebook moms would sell back in the day. You best know she was trying to cash in on that fidget spinner trend. So she got hundreds of those bitches for like 10 cents a pop from China. And she let me take some to school. And being the hustler that I was back in the day, I was selling them bitches for 15 a pop. I was walking out of school with stacks of cash, bro. And pretty much all was going well until one day I'm in art class and this bro comes up to me and says, "You're gonna give me one for free." I'm like, who the fuck do you think I am? So bro gets all pissy because I didn't give him one and goes and tells the principal. And then my whole operation falls apart from the inside, bro. I had to give back all the money that I made that day. But on a good note, I got away with all the other cash that I made the couple weeks before that. That reminds me too, back in high school, when the Nintendo Switch was first coming out, the only time I would get something like that would be for Christmas every few years. That shit was not happening any time throughout the year other than Christmas. So I had to try to find a way to make enough money to do that shit. And I didn't have a job at the time. Probably could have gotten a real job, but you know, anyways, I was trying to find any way to not get a real job at the time, so I was looking at any other means necessary. So one of the things that I found out that I was good at was playing Destiny, specifically Destiny 2 when it first came out. And they had ranked play in that game, and for playing ranked and leveling up, you could unlock certain weapons for reaching certain ranks. And a lot of people that were bad at playing the PvP in that game were desperate to get that thing because it was good in every other part of the game. So what I did is I went on the Xbox forums, I think it was called Xbox Clubs. Back then, I would just go to the Destiny club and make posts on how I would take people's accounts there for like $100. And at first I thought I was asking for way too much, so I was just trying higher and going lower. Dude, within the first 5 minutes, I had 4 people hitting me up. It took me about 2.5 hours to do each account. So I was making so much money. I had enough money to buy the Nintendo Switch and a bunch of games for it as soon as it came out. Unfortunately though, similar to the last money making scheme I had going on, Xbox took down my account from being able to post in public forums and shit. And I got in a bunch of trouble because apparently you're not supposed to take people's account information and go into their accounts and play for them. Who would have thought? But yeah, I had to stop doing that shit. But I made about $1,000 before the end of it. It was only up and running for a couple days. But moral of the story, I've always been a motherfucking hustler, bro. I guess that's why I got into a sales job, because when it comes to selling shit, that's my thing. If I could have, I would have really loved to get into the competitive scene, but I don't think I was ever nearly good enough for that. Bro, speaking of competitive, and since we were also talking about my middle school days, back in middle school, I moved to a whole new state, to a whole new school. And let me tell you, I had no clue how to make new friends because I ain't never do that shit before. I grew up with the same people since I was in like kindergarten. So I didn't know how that shit worked. And back then I had a fucking lying problem, dog. I would lie about the sky color. The shit that I would say made absolutely no sense, but to a bunch of middle schoolers, they bought that shit. So when I moved to the new school, the current Call of Duty at the time was Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 was coming out. There was a group of kids that I sat with at lunch and they were kind of hesitant to talk to me, and they kind of just wanted to know what my thing was. I heard them talking about Call of Duty. I was like, and I had the audacity to pop in and be like, yeah, I'm actually going pro. And they all look at me like, you going pro? I was like, yeah, I'm actually going to an esports event here in a couple months. And those motherfuckers bought that shit. They're like, bro, whoa, really? Tell me more, tell me more. And dude, I'm just lying out my ass. Most I've seen of esports at the time was what I saw FaZe do on YouTube. Like, and then they're sitting here asking me for gameplay, like, how did I qualify? How did I get into that? I'm like, shit. They actually took my account down for competitive purposes. They don't want people to watch the videos and see how I play. They're like, oh no, that makes sense. People were so fucking gullible back then, dude. But that's not where it ends. This shit got deeper. This shit got deep, bro. For the next couple months, I kept feeding them this shit. Of course, any kid would want to be able to do what I was claiming I was doing back then. So they were like, any way you could get me into that too? Is there any way? So I'd be like, yeah, let me talk to my manager. Keep in mind, I'm in 7th fucking grade. I'm a prepubescent teen, bro. And then they're always bombarding me. I'm like, oh, he hasn't gotten back to me yet. He hasn't gotten back to me. So one day, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was like, yeah, he actually accepted all you guys. We might actually go out to LA and play some COD. Why? I dug myself into a deep asshole. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, bro. And then I came out and said I was sponsored by fucking Control Freak, because that was a big sponsor at the time. And they're like, how did you qualify for that? You don't even have a YouTube channel. I was like, I do. And they're like, show us. I was like, yeah, it only has 20 subs because I just made the new account, but the sponsorship carried over. And once again, these motherfuckers believed it. And then like 5 months goes by, and they start catching on to the bullshit, and they start calling me out, like, if you're really sponsored by Control Freak, bring us Control Freaks. I was like, for sure, I have like 1,000 in my house, bro. Every single day they'd ask me, I'd be like, oh, damn, I almost forgot. It even came to a point where I was like, yeah, I have them in my backpack. Oh, somebody stole them, where'd they go? Like, bro, I was such a fucking liar. But nah, from that point on, none of those dudes ever wanted to talk to me again. They had a grudge against me throughout middle school, throughout high school, and they probably still fucking have it now, because I got those motherfuckers so hyped to go to an esports tournament when they were in 7th grade. To be fair though, how gullible do you have to be? Like, I've stopped that whole thing. Like, I used to be really bad with lying, and I've spent a lot of time working on that shit, because it's not fun always living about a bunch of different little fucking lies, and that was not the life I wanted to live. So it was bad for a while, but I slowly worked my way out of that. But man, I really cannot help but laugh at that story every time I tell it. This mode would be a lot more fun if some of these Santa Claus people didn't have fucking assault rifles. Oh shit, the spot. Bro, we posted up here. Those guys are gonna get hit by a fucking snowball. They gonna have to do better than that, big fella. Damn, bro got. They slowly getting us. They slowly getting us. No! That's crazy. But yeah, moral of the story, people, don't lie, because you're gonna fucking regret it. I'll tell you firsthand. We pulling snowballs out our ass because I don't see no fucking snow, bro. Ah! Yeah, got him. Got his ass. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.